your question then was, my marketing's not delivering leads. So we've got to look to the marketing triad. Now, if you're and also, of course, to what you intended. Now, if you intended to get leads, then you better be writing an ad that is designed to get leads. Because if your ad, like, let me make no mistake, this ad here that me and Naomi are recording right now, this podcast, has a subtle benefit that it's an ad, even though it is us just giving you something for free. And there is still a branding effort. If you've listened this far, you now know my voice. Maybe you've been watching on YouTube. You know my stupid bald head. You know the beautiful Naomi. Our brand is now in front of you in some way, shape, or form. We will never, after a podcast, go, oh, the phone didn't ring with new clients who want me to go and coach them. Right?
Why isn't there 20 leads?
Yeah, where's my 20 people wanting me to come to their office and do an in-office session? That is never going to happen, because this is, now normally in this bookshelf behind me, there would be a book called Jab, 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 Right Hook. Now in my industry, you guys require about 50 jabs. So the real estate agent version of this book, if you're marketing to real estate agents, should be called Jab, 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 Right Hook. And same thing for you marketing to the consumers.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you are as disliked by your consumers. Frankly, us trainers, there's so many of us vying for your attention. Look at your own email inbox and tell me, how many this week emails did you get from someone saying, hey, Mr. Real Estate Agent, I can help you do better? You probably got 50 today from me, because I'm one of them, right? So I now have to jab. Now, so the metaphor is jabbing means giving something, whether that's entertainment, whether that's education, whether that is a genuine gift, whether that's a bourbon at the pub. This principle, like, think about this. Gnomes, we're at the pub and we see a client, we see a friend, right? We were down at the pub. Who did we see that day when we were at that pub and one of the agents was there? We were at that waterside pub. Okay. It wasn't Ben Bernanke. It was
Stuart Cox.
It was Stuart Cox. It was, Stuart Cox. Jeez, Stuart, I'm sorry if you're watching. So we saw Stuart. Now imagine we're there and I went and got a round of drinks for me, you and Stuart and his lovely wife. I believe his wife was there.
Fiona.
Yep. And so I buy a round. Then I sneakily go and buy another round. I buy 4 rounds in a row. Tell me what the genuine mindset of Fiona and Stuart is.
Yeah.
They want to shout back, don't they?
And generous guy.
But it's not that. No. They're not saying that. They're feeling a growing discomfort that the scales are out of whack.
Very true.
It is not getting more comfortable that they're liking me more.
Yeah, there you go.
In fact, they are getting more and more uncomfortable because the Aussie tradition is the shout back. So there's an inbuilt, we're back to that unconscious thing. There is an inbuilt, unconscious, evolved mechanism that we needed to evolve to be the human being evolved species that we are. Because say we're back in cave, and this is getting deep, we're back in caveman times. If I give you some grain and don't get anything back in return, or whatever it is that we eat to survive, I'm now less able to survive because I've given away some of the thing that I need to survive. We had to evolve that you feel you owe me one. Because the people and the early humanoids that developed that psychological indebtedness when something was given without return, without the trade, that evolved at the deepest, corest level so that I don't hurt myself by giving away the resources. And that psychological indebtedness is with us to this day. So long way to say, if your marketing piece isn't a jab, it's not going to generate a lead.
But Glenn,
and if you only if you only write hook, right, which is the asking for something in return. If you write hook on the first interaction, there will be no leads.
True.
So it's all like that it's a very, very big, if someone's just on Facebook saying, oh, I'm doing all this marketing and it's not generating anything, it's probably because you've just chucked up some ads that you thought were good, or maybe that you saw your competitor doing with no thought to the setup. You just can't go into a boxing ring and throw a right hook and end the fight.
Yeah, true.
Right? There needs to be setup.
True.
There needs to be strategy. There needs to be a chess game. I was talking to my son about armbars the other day because he saw someone do an armbar. And I was saying, don't think you just do an armbar. You know, you've got to do something where the defense of that, they have to use the arm, thus giving you the arm. So you're faking doing something else. So they give you the arm and then boom, you get the armbar. So you can't just do an armbar. And nor can you just get a lead. There has to be a series of attention-getting mechanisms. And if those things can get attention, can edify you, that's why I love testimonials. If they can see some, you know, a client giving you a hug in a very organic way on a video that was captured by your PA, if they can see them smiling with a big grin, not just a posed photo like that, but what if your PA captured a real beautiful moment with you and a client or a seller? You know, so lots and lots of jabs. Then, now here's the thing, the better the quality of the jab, the less you need to right hook well. If you're going to go right hook straight up, you better be the Mike Tyson of writing copy. And that means copywriting courses up the wazoo. That means linguistic training like you've never seen before. If you want to go from cold to listing opportunity for their most valuable asset that they've ever invested in their whole life, the chances of you being good enough to do that from not knowing you to entrusting their $500,000 asset are virtually none.
Well, and okay, so tell me, give us some examples. What are some examples that agents can jab? Like what is a jab for a real estate agent?
So, I mean, it's anything that's not a right hook. So that even can be some funny stuff. Like, again, you know.
So making them feel good. So what I'm sort of getting at, is it the making them feel good, making them trust you? So it's not actually a bunch of flowers or some chocolates or a beer at the bar.
If it's appropriate.
What is it?
Appropriate, it could be.
So what's a jab? What's a jab?
It's all of the above. So it's now here's what agents are saying. Oh, I know what I'll give them. I'll give them a free appraisal. How about that? That's a great jab. Here's the problem with that. It might have used to been a good jab.
True. And that's why we do it today.
Correct.
Possibly why we do it today.
But it has been so universally used as the one and only jab that this industry's got. It is now seen by the community as a right hook.
Very true.
Right?
Wow.
So again, there's a million jabs. It's anything other than that. So the deployment of a testimonial with a real human, especially if they're not going, hi, use Glenn because he's great. Like, no, that's not it. That's an ad. Whereas if it's genuine, if it's from the heart, it could be Wayne and Joe Riley and a few of the other guys. When COVID first hit, they did some genuine marketing that was saying to their scared marketplace, what do you need? You're in lockdown this week. You're only allowed to go out for an hour a day. In my hour a day, I'm doing a run to the shops. Do you need anything? Just hit me back and I'll pick you up if you need some toilet paper or whatever you need. You know? Now, Wayne didn't get any requests to do anything for people, but he got back a dozen people saying, I cannot believe, or words to this effect, you are a bloody champion, mate. No, I'm all good. But for a real estate agent to say that, mate, you're a bloody legend. So that's a very overt jab.
Absolutely.
It's just what do you need?
True.
It could be a copy if you've written, you know, like for me, I'm always giving out, I got 10,000 copies of my book, Punching Above Your Weight. So I'm always signing copies and giving that to anyone I meet, both in the industry and out. And you should see the way it is accepted. It is accepted with reverence. It is accepted with appreciation. People read it and text me what they've got out of it today.